Hello everyone, this is Yael from Yael Alchemy, and I'm here to bring you the message of the Divine Feminine for her beloved for the week of March 9th to the 15th. Okay, I shuffled the cards and prayed over them. And at the bottom of the deck, and usually if you do follow me in these readings, I don't even know if there's anyone watching these readings anymore, but when I do have time, I did promise that I will give these readings for the guidance of the collective at whatever stage they're in their journey. And now sometimes the messages speak to a specific segment of the collective, because while there is an underlying thread in all our experiences that is common to all of us, it's like branches, like a plant. There are different branches to that main trunk, and it's in those branches that the uniqueness of our journey differs for each of us. Okay, and usually when I do have these readings, the cards at the bottom of the deck speak to the state of the Divine Feminine, but I'm getting the distinct feeling that somehow this is more of aspirational for her. Okay, we have here the Ten of Vessels, which speaks to connectedness. Okay, you can see various almost like, I don't know what you call it in chemistry. I forget the name of this kind of beaker-like thing. I can only remember the beaker's name. But you can see there are two furnaces here that are heating them up, but they're all connected to make a single substance. Okay, which is really what our goal is when we dabble in alchemy. Okay, so this is connectedness, and this is the two vessels, which symbolizes love. It is one vessel on top of the other. So the rose symbolizes the beauty, the purity, the love there from above, going down to the physicality, okay, the matter of things. And then we have the Lover's card here. See, like I said, this doesn't quite speak to the state of the Divine Feminine, unless some of you are in this state already. But this speaks to something aspirational. Look, here, understanding the connectedness of things, how everything fits into place, so to speak, and wanting what has been decreed above to be reflected in her existence below. But here she realizes that in the physicality, which is the lower vessel here, choices have to be made. And well, it's well and good if the choices that you make are born out of love. Okay, and here, that's why several choices have to be made, especially when one exercises one's will, which is embodied in the Magician. And here we have the Lady of Coins, and this is basically those choices that either the Divine Feminine has made for her earthly convenience, earthly pleasures. This is wanting to have basically a comfortable time here on the planet, and those are some of the considerations, or some have made that a major consideration in the choices they have made in this journey as a Divine Feminine. Okay, because she is almost, it's like she knows that this is the backdrop against which she is making those choices. Okay, the interconnectedness of things, as above, so below, and there. And like I said, for some, this will be aspirational, and she's hoping that those choices, because she made those choices out of her earthly comfort, that it will lead to the beginning of this kind of love, that it will be fruitful. Okay, so perhaps because we have the coins here, this speaks to something more mundane, something in this dimension, holy. Whether it's a companion that she wants or has, okay, currently has, then she's almost just explaining herself. Okay, before I run out of battery, I got the wonky battery. I need to pause so that we don't get interrupted. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm back. So let's open now the cards and see what the message of the Divine Feminine is to her beloved. We have here the High Priestess, the Queen of Vessels, the Eight of Coins, the Seven of Staffs, the Seven of Vessels, the Five of Staffs, and the Five of Swords. Okay. Okay. It's kind of a curious message because it seems like the Divine Feminine is almost venting. As you have seen, if you have been following in the Twin Flame Weekly and the whatchamacallit, the Divine Masculine's message, the Divine Feminine has been in the center of conflict, controversy, trying to navigate her way through that, trying to reconcile her wants, her needs with those of others who are also imposing their own respective wills in the situation. And that's why we have this. And I'm going to explain that in a second. Okay, we start off here with the High Priestess, and basically Divine Feminine telling her beloved that there are things that she still doesn't know at this time, but she is very confident that they will be made known to her at the proper time. But for now, she's using her intuition to navigate these situations that she finds herself in. And here, one of those situations that are really at the forefront is the Queen of Vessels. When it comes to love, even she doesn't know how it's going to turn out for her. And this applies to even those twin flames who have come into union and are navigating that portion of their relationship, even if both partners already know that they're twin flames of each other. Okay, there's still the business of navigating everyday life. And for those who are in separation, here, there's she staring, wondering at this very beautiful vessel. But if you notice, there is a question mark on top. It's still closed. It has yet to be opened. And she doesn't know what awaits her there. Okay, but as you can see here, she's hoping that despite the choices that she has made, okay, the choices that she has made, as regards her existence here, there is still a desire for a resurgence of her love life, for this recognition of having so much love in her to actually bear fruit. Okay, but there, she's in a state of unknowing. Okay, and that is not to be confused with confusion. Okay, because here, this is patient, this is surrendering to what has yet to manifest, what has yet to play out, which she doesn't know as of now. But still, she's doing the work. She continues doing the work, whether it's of purging, whether it's of uh, cleansing, lower vibrations, and getting connected and being in touch with the highest aspect of herself that she can tap into at this point in time, that there is almost a violent turmoil and conflict. Okay, because this, in whatever situation that these messages speak to, when we talk about the divine feminine here, there is the situation points to one of dominance, aggression, one defending one's turf against the other, trying to assert their dominance, right? And she's still working on that situation. She's working hard, okay? And she realizes, so basically it's more of like she's just venting out to her beloved. And she realizes that here we have the Seven of Vessels. And in the Seven of Vessels, you have here this depiction of various vessels. Each vessel has a particular specialized function and use. Okay? And so what this card is saying, it's like one has to pick the vessel that is most appropriate for the use it is needed for. Okay, so given this situation, what the Divine Feminine is working on is picking the best vessel to use, to either diffuse the situation, to turn it into a situation where there's more light than lower based energies, and that entails picking the particular specialized vessel that you need for that situation. And when I speak about this, think about it this way. There are different kinds of love, and I'm sure we're all familiar with that. There's platonic love. There is a love and admiration that you have for your superiors at work. There's a different kind of love that's reserved for your parents, for siblings, and various, okay? But now the Divine Feminine has to really make sure that she picks the best one in the situation, how she materializes that love she has for others. And by that, it's like, let's say that you have a family member that's spiraling out of control, okay, and the love that would best help her out would be, let's say, tough love, not enabling, but with firm guidance, okay, without actually depleting yourself, because that's what happens to other people who are affected by somebody who is not working on themselves, and there is somebody there who is standing by, who truly supports you and loves you, and but they have their own brand of suffering and pain just because one person doesn't take accountability for their actions, doesn't want to work on themselves. And this is the interconnectedness that the Divine Feminine truly, truly understands on a very deep and fundamental level. And that's why, like I was saying, if before it was the vessel that would be used would be just understanding, when that understanding becomes enabling, and it's harming more than helping, then one has to choose a different vessel in which you show your love. Okay, so there. And here we have the Five of Staffs, and this is a great energy that is directed towards what Divine Feminine is saying here. Here we see a blacksmith repairing the sword on an anvil. Okay, here we have two swords who's pointed upwards, and we have and they're fine, very nice blades there, and but then we have two swords here that are down, that are chipped and rusty, and the swordsmith is repairing them so they can get back to their former glory. And this is what the divine feminine is telling her partner, that she's putting in much energy, okay, into repairing those things that she can repair while there's still time, okay, and giving her focus to that. Now, here's the thing, because twin flames, divine feminine especially, very intuitive, they understand a situation from various perspectives, from various dimensions, keeping in mind the divine blueprint. Their brand, the vessel that they choose, may not be comprehensible to those who are limited, whose visions are limited to the physical dimension alone. They may feel that it's not helping, it's not, because that is not the general prescription for that kind of malady, so to speak. But you are not pandering to an audience, divine feminines. You must choose with your intuition, with your guidance. You must choose which vessel would be most appropriate to help those souls that you come into contact with grow and be on their way to the next step in their ascension journey. And oftentimes it will not be understandable to others why that is the path that you choose, but that should not matter to you as much, because you know, even if you don't know, which is like the divine paradox. Okay, very important messages here. So basically, divine feminine finding herself in a tough spot. She's still navigating through this aggression, hostility, working through it with faith. Okay, with faith here. Okay, that because she doesn't know the outcome just yet, but she is using her gifts, her talents to help repair these relationships, these broken souls, and she's doing that. And this week at least, she needs somebody to share it with, and she's sharing her sentiments with her beloved, the divine masculine. Okay, so that's what I have for you, and I hope this helped. Take care, everybody. Have a good week ahead. Bye.